Hey, we want to welcome a new show sponsor, Scott Vinson from Coldwell Banker Royalty Realty. We are so excited to have Scott Vinson join us as a show sponsor. Scott is a San Diego County Gun Owner board member and has supported our efforts to defend and restore the Second Amendment from the start. So if you're moving, let fellow Second Amendment supporter and real estate broker Scott Vinson help you sell your home and find your new home anywhere in the United States. Call him at 619-948-2459. Tell him you heard it right here on Gun Owners Radio. We appreciate it. Give Scott a call, 619-948-2459. Well, welcome back, Michael.
Hey, and don't forget, everybody, our law enforcement training scholarship. So if you go to our website, we occasionally get folks that come in and do training, firearms training. Like we had Cover Your ASP week, which was very, very cool. And we, with your generous donations, we actually help law enforcement agents, law enforcement officers join in on the training because everybody agrees that they just don't get enough training.
Right. A lot of people were shocked to know that I've talked to anyway that police officers get minimal amount of training on the job.
Yeah. So we're looking to change that.
Right. That's important.
So go to gunownersradio.com, gunownersradio.com.
What's it cost to sponsor a police officer?
You can donate any amount of money you want.
Oh, that's
cool. You want to throw in $25, great. You want to throw in $125, great.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome. $1,025, great.
That 25 has got to be in there somewhere, right?
Exactly. But just go to gunownersradio.com, check out the law enforcement training scholarship. Again, we're just, drop a couple bucks, help us raise money to train cops.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right?
A trained cop is a better cop.
I think so. Don't you think, Melissa?
Absolutely.
What are you doing over there? Are you Instagramming filtered pictures?
Yes, I'm actually doing a story so that people can tune in. I'm doing it for the radio show.
Is that what you're doing too, Joe? Are you Instagramming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's got Instagram all over the place.
If there's two people in here that need a filter, it's me and Joe.
All right, we got bad news. Everybody already is aware. No on the recall.
Yeah, that recall thing didn't quite work out, did it? Holy
well,
cow.
You didn't think it was going to anyway.
I didn't think it was going to anyway, and I didn't. I'll tell you, the lesson learned is that. Do you guys know what I mean by get out the vote efforts? Yeah. If I say that, do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Get out the vote. It basically means
go door to door and get your butt out there and tell people to vote.
Exactly, making sure that registered voters show up on to the polls and actually vote. And if there's one thing this shows is that those get out the vote efforts, whether it's phone calls or going door to door, whatever there's a lot of different things that they do to get out the vote. It works, and the reason I say that is because Democrats
are the best,
way more organized, way harder working when it came to the get out the vote efforts. I'm simplifying by saying the Democrat versus Republican side, but there were a lot more than just Republicans on the vote. Yes on recall. So the yes side, there wasn't much effort at all. The no side, the Democratic Party in California, way more organized, far more hardworking, spent way more time getting out the vote.
And spent 3 times, 4 times more money
on get out the vote efforts.
Well, Democrats have a plan, though. See, that's what'll goof you up as a Republican. There's no plan.
There really wasn't. And the problem, Democrats, and there's a bunch of people right now screaming at the radio, there's too many of them. Democrats outnumber us. Okay, yeah, you're right. But considering where he was, he being the governor, considering where the governor was when it comes to popularity and what was going on in the environment and everything, considering everything, Democrats way outperformed what they even should have outperformed. I mean, it was a tough battle anyway. But they way outperformed what they should have. And it was because of the get out the vote effort.
Yeah, there's more going on than that, though, than just Democrat, Republican. Yeah, okay, obviously there's more Democrats out here. But, it's because I wrote about this last week on Substack, on the getagrip.substack.com. But I wrote about the recall effort because, and I can't remember, I was here when Gray Davis, the last time they did a recall.
Yeah.
And but I can't remember what the issues are, but they cannot have been as severe as what's going on with this governor.
No.
And the thing with this governor is everybody is suffering. That's the thing that's baffling. This should not be a Democrat Republican kind of thing. I mean, yeah, there's hardcore Democrats. Okay, we got to keep our governor in. But Democrats are suffering just as badly out here as conservatives or Republicans are. And, over 500,000 of them signed that recall proposition. So, there's more going on, and it just it's puzzling as to what makes people want to keep supporting people that keep hurting them over and over again, decision after decision, policy after policy, and they still sit there and they keep supporting them. And it's just
I was oversimplifying when I say Democrat versus Republican.
Yeah.
I yes versus no on the recall vote is really what I meant, because you're right. There were a lot of not declared. There were a lot of Republicans. There were a lot of Democrats on the yes on recall, but the voter turnout if you do simplify, if you do just say it was Democrat versus Republican, a lot of Republicans didn't even show up and vote. They didn't even show up and vote. I mean, it was extremely low, the voter turnout. So where were you? Where were you? And that's what I mean by the get out the vote effort on the Democratic side. All you got to do is look at their social media, and the Democratic parties, the local Democratic parties across Southern California, and then on the statewide level, were extremely hardworking and organized.
Yeah, see, and that's another part of that too, because the get out the vote effort. But I think the bigger part of that, or a significant part of that, is the articulating the message part of it.
Yeah,
because you don't have to be a Republican. I mean, there's lots of independents in the state. There's lots of still rational Democrats that don't like this stuff, I would think. But Republicans do a terrible job at articulating what they stand for. They don't have a plan, so they can't articulate a plan. But that's all part of, I think you see it as, you're saying the get out the vote thing. They don't get the message out either, which really hurts.
Well, and we have, we interviewed Gun Owners Radio. I interviewed Larry Elder on Election Day. You can check that out on our YouTube channel. And he got about 3/4 of the way through the interview, got a little heated with me, because I told him, I said, I've been vocally, publicly critical of your campaign, because once you guys found out that they're way ahead. He was way ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
They should have turned their tactics and their strategy to getting people just to show up and vote yes on the recall. Anecdotally, I know a number of people who voted no on the recall because they didn't like Larry Elder. Now, think about that for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So if they would have been happy to vote yes on the recall, except they didn't like Larry Elder. Now, at some point during the campaign, they should have just changed tactics and said, look, we just need people to show up and vote yes. We don't need people to show up and vote for Larry Elder. We need people to show up and vote yes on the recall. And I pointed that out to him, and he got pretty heated, which tells me I wasn't the first person to ask him that, and that he was probably already frustrated by that.
We know it's interesting. There was another writer that was coming up with reasons for what happened. And they were saying that, by putting Larry Elder out there, and they called him a fire-breathing conservative, they said it drew out the Democrat vote, or the no vote, which they said, this guy was saying that, well, they should have put on a more middle-of-the-road guy like Faulkner. But the problem with him is, Larry Elder got almost, 49% of the vote, something like that. Faulkner was down at like 9%, never got out of the single digits.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the way to go either.
All right. Well, hey, let's take a quick break. You're all listening to
Gun Owners Radio.
Owners Radio.
It's a new radio show that we're on.
Well, I was just going to look down and say Gun Drummer, whatever that is, coming up next.
We're going to find
You'll
out.
find out.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.